A 33-year-old man has been jailed after he was found guilty of various terrorism offences, following an investigation by the Met's Counter-Terrorism Command. Detective Chief Superintendent Gareth Rees from the Met's Counter-Terrorism Command said, Mohammed was using a social media app to send himself and store instructions on how to make 3D printed weapons. He tried to conceal what he was doing by using 2 anonymous accounts and storing the documents on the encrypted app's servers. But this didn't stop us from identifying what he was up to. The circulation of these kind of documents online is extremely harmful, and anyone storing or sharing this type of content can expect to be investigated and prosecuted, as Mohammed was here. This investigation also came about as a result of a Schedule 7 stop by officers at an airport. It shows just how valuable those powers are in helping us to identify and investigate potential terrorist activity and ultimately help keep the public safe. The investigation into Abdiwahid Abdul Qadir Mohammed 33, 21st October 1991, of Neasden, northwest London, came about after he was stopped and spoken to by counter-terrorism officers at Heathrow in February 2022. Mohammed was stopped by officers under Schedule 7 powers at the airport as he returned to the UK from a trip to Kenya. During the stop, officers questioned Mohammed and also examined the digital devices he had in his possession. Following the stop, Mohammed was let on his way, but his devices were kept and sent for further examination by specialist digital forensic officers within the Counter-Terrorism Command. Analysis of the devices led officers to identify that he was using 2 particular Telegram accounts. Within these accounts, detectives identified that Mohammed was a member of various extreme Islamist groups on the platform. Importantly, officers also found a number of documents that appeared to be instructions on how to create and build 3D printed firearms. They found that he had set up a private channel, which was only accessible by his account, and that he was using the channel to send and then effectively store the documents without being saved directly to any of his own devices. The files and instructions were reviewed by forensic experts, who found that if followed correctly, could result in the production of viable weapons and firearms. Mohammed was arrested at his home address in January 2023, and officers seized another mobile phone in his possession. This was also examined, and officers found further evidence of his extremist mindset, and that he had also carried out a search for 3D printers on eBay. Mohammed was charged on the 18th of January 2023 with 6 counts of possessing documents likely to be useful for committing or preparing an act of terrorism, contrary to Section 58 of the Terrorism Act 2000. Following a trial at Kingston Crown Court, he was subsequently found guilty on the 8th of October of all 6 counts and was sentenced at the same court on the 21st of January 2025 to 7 years in prison with a further year on extended licence.